Russia has launched a furious and highly aggressive response after Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy was awarded the Four Freedoms Prize in the Netherlands. Moscow is ridiculing the honor, framing it as a politically driven move by the West to artificially elevate Zelensky's global image, despite what it claims are serious violations of basic freedoms inside Ukraine. The reaction was led by Rodion Miroshnik, who issued a blistering statement, tearing into both Zelensky and the Western establishment backing him, accusing them of rewriting reality and pushing what he describes as a completely distorted narrative of freedom.
It's a carnival of absurdity at the fair. Zelensky was given an award for defending freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom from want and fear. In the Netherlands, the Ukrainian dictator, war criminal, and human rights violator was awarded the Four Freedoms International Prize in 2026.
Miroshnik then directly challenged the idea of Zelensky as a defender of free speech, accusing Kyiv of suppressing dissent, targeting journalists, and silencing opposition voices. He questioned whether those allegedly persecuted under Ukrainian authorities would agree with the Western narrative now being projected globally.
It sounds absolutely Orwellian. Zelensky and freedom of speech. Do the relatives of the journalist Gonzalo Lira, who was tortured and killed in a Ukrainian prison for his views and publications, know that Zelensky is a champion of freedom of speech? And what about the thousands of people thrown into Ukrainian prisons for a post on the internet, for calling for peace and an end to the war? Maybe publicists and experts who were forced to flee the Ukrainian paradise abroad to escape persecution and arrests know about such a champion of freedom of speech as Zelensky.
The Russian diplomat also attacked Zelensky's record on religion, alleging a crackdown on the Ukrainian Orthodox Church and accusing Kyiv of systematically targeting religious institutions while being praised internationally as a defender of faith and pluralism.
Zelensky is a defender of freedom of religion. It's hard to imagine a greater absurdity. Do millions of UOC parishioners know that Zelensky is a defender of freedom of faith? Did he become one when he signed a law outlawing the largest denomination in Ukraine? Or when he blessed radicals and surrogate churchmen to loot Orthodox churches and parishes? In a word, a champion and defender.
Miroshnik expanded the attack further, accusing Zelensky of creating fear and economic collapse inside Ukraine, alleging forced mobilization and worsening living conditions, directly contradicting the very ideals of freedom from fear and freedom from want cited in the award.
Well, Zelensky is definitely a champion in getting rid of fear and want. Do the men fleeing from the gangs of Tsikalo, who, on Zelensky's orders, are organizing the roundup of cannon fodder on the streets of cities and villages, know about this? And Ukraine has never known such a scale of impoverishment and economic decline as under Zelensky.
This is Russia's larger information war strategy in motion, dismantling Zelensky's carefully constructed image in the West and replacing it with a narrative of repression, control, and decline. As Europe celebrates him with legacy awards rooted in democratic ideals, Moscow is escalating its counterattack, turning even symbolic recognition into a fierce global battle over truth, perception, and legitimacy.